Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another One Piece manga review. This is chapter 1077. You should have put it together sooner. I think that means something. We'll talk about it. I'm joined by my guy, as always, Mr. Jazz. Jazz, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
We off a break finally. Back last video we made was a Kaiju number 8 video, which you guys should check out by now. And, you know, I'm glad to be off a break talking One Piece. No break next week, so we'll be right back into it. But this chapter was... I think it's interesting that he named it, you should have put this together sooner, because I think he feels that the twist we should have known, I'm going to just say up top, is the twist Stussy. We just jump it. Like, I know we got to jump in. I know we got to talk about it, but think about it. It's clock, click, clock. That's heel. That's heels, huh?
Yeah.
Everybody else was wearing rubber shoes.
But, you know what
I'm saying? Okay, we're going to get to it. I'm going to ask you what you think of it.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's jump right into it. The way we do this is we give a brief summary, and then we go in and deep dive each part of the chapter that we think is important. The chapter starts off with a cover story looking like Vegapunk and Judge both blaming Vegapunk. Maybe Vegapunk and Judge are going to come after Vegapunk now. Who knows where this goes, but they both agree that they're upset at Vegapunk. The chapter then starts with Sentomaru reflecting at, like, why is the government coming after them? Oh, because of the study of the poneglyphs. And he thinks back to Ohara. I always think Sentomaru's a girl. He always thinks back to Ohara and thinks like, damn, they're going to come after Vegapunk. This must be serious that they're willing to lose the world's greatest mind. Hurry up, Straw Hat, save him. We then see Luffy and Lucci attacking S-Bear. We then see Zoro and Kaku attacking S-Hawk. And then Zoro's like, oh, wait, this is like a Lunarian. I'm a fucking idiot. And fucking Shaka's like, oh, yeah, Kaido's crew had Albert. And Luffy and Lucci and Kaku are like, bro, you should have put all of this together sooner than this. So now they know how to fight him, so they're going to start fighting better. We then cut to Nami and her crew, and basically Zeus didn't really affect Lil Jinbei, but you know who did? Sanji with the eyebrow switch, baby. Wonder what that means. Is more powers coming? Is he turning into a Lunarian? Sanji looks a little darker here. I wonder what's going to happen from this. We going to find out. We then see, oh, it's a bad look for Usopp, man. Usopp gets turned to stone. Was he attracted to that little girl? I hope not.
Hey, man, leave my man Usopp alone.
I hope not. Also, Frankie gets half turned to stone. Meanwhile, Lilith gets turned to stone as well. I think it's basically, I think this version of the Seraphim Boa uses more of the love fruit attacks any type of positive emotion. I don't think it's just Boa using lust. I think she's using positive emotion because they were like, oh, look how cute at her wink. It wasn't that they thought she was sexy. It was oh, look how cute. So I think that's how this version is using it. We then cut to the bottom where Shaka gets domed. And I don't mean domed like head. I mean, he gets no scoped.
That's crazy. They really boomed. They boomed Daft Punk.
I thought he was going to be the traitor for show. I was ready for it. But nope. And Vegapunk's like, oh, damn. And all we see is Katuk. So we start here, Jazz. Who do you think the traitor is? Let's get to. We're not going to the beginning because the beginning's a fight.
So look. Might be crazy, right? I've been seeing people say it's Eam. I've been seeing people say it's the other.
There's no way it's because if it's Eam, why is Jay Garcia coming? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was thinking too. But like, it's interesting you mentioned heels.
It's heels, bro.
Because you know who wear
You think it's Doll?
I think it's the Seraphim Doflamingo.
Oh, Seraphim Dofi. Okay, who do you think Seraphim Dofi listening to?
So that's the thing, right? Let me break it down to you.
All right, go ahead. I'm listening.
So the first thing I thought was the most interesting part about this whole execution of Shaka was that, like, it was a pistol. Now, no CP agents doing that.
It did look like the Dofi pistol. It did.
Right? And it's like, Doflamingo is somebody known to have all these crazy abilities.
To be on the blicky.
And he'll still blick someone. But another part of this chapter that was interesting, bro, they show S-Hawk, S-Bear, and S-Shark. And mind you, they have no dialogue, right? They're basically just robots, right?
Yep.
But then when we see the Boa Seraphim, like we saw her in the in previous chapters in Egghead, she has a whole personality.
She does.
So me personally, I'm thinking that relates to Conqueror's Haki.
Mm,
And you know who else got Conqueror's Haki on the Warlords?
Doflamingo.
Doflamingo.
Yeah.
Also the fact that Doflamingo's epithet is the heavenly demon, and the seraphims are based off of angels, right? So maybe playing into that, Oda wasn't just making the heavenly demon epithet just because Doflamingo fell from the Holy Land. Maybe he was hinting at
this too.
At this, because this might be Egghead's version of Lucifer. You feel me? Because like maybe the not Mihawk, maybe the Doflamingo Seraphim was a defect.
Angel.
Maybe he overrid his programming. But
he's the one that works for the government. He might be the one who snitched on him.
Right, because when you also think about it, think about the hierarchy, right? So it's the Gorosei, Vegapunk, and then anybody who has the authority chip. So what if Vegapunk actually went there with the Seraphims to, for the Gorosei to
show
test
the
them out,
Gorosei brought the Doflamingo was the one that he brought,
right? And then they trust the Doflamingo one because he has celestial dragon blood.
Okay. Okay. So now let me ask you for that. I like it. But what if it's not? What if it's not the Dofi Seraphim? What do you feel? You got any other ideas?
The only other
Stussy thing I could feel like double cross Stussy a triple agent.
I could see it, but the only other person I could think it would be is Edison. But mainly only because of like real
the sleepy
world.
one. Is that the sleepy one?
No, that's Pythagoras.
Oh, which one's
Edison? No. I'm sorry, not the sleepy one. York is the sleepy one.
Yeah,
York's already turned to stone.
Oh yeah, you're right. Which one is Pythagoras? Which one's that?
The dude who got boomed a couple chapters back. You remember when he was in the hallway?
the clock nigga.
Yeah. But Edison's the small guy.
Oh, okay.
But the only reason I don't really have like a concrete reasoning for that, I only have like real world connections because like the Stella Vegapunk is like Nikola Tesla, right? Trying to give free energy like to the whole world. But then Edison, like Thomas Edison,
they had beef.
And then took, what I'm saying? So, but I mean, besides that, I don't really have.
I don't know, man. This is interesting. Like, I think Oda can come out of left field with this. Any answer is going to be very interesting what he decides.
And you know what's crazy? I know it's going to be right in our face too. I know it's like right there.
That's why he said you should have put it together sooner. And that's why I'm guessing Stussy, because I feel like that's the obvious. And he tried to zag us by making us think Stussy was on their side. But really, Stussy really did that because she is a triple agent. She had to get back on Vegapunk's good side to take him out from the inside. You should have put it together sooner, Stussy. That's my guess. Because, like, why else name it the chapter that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
What could we have put together sooner? Like, no disrespect, and when I'm going to say this, but how could we have put together the Doflamingo thing sooner? You know what I'm saying? Like, how would we have...
Like, that's just a crackpot thing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, if it's something that's in our face, maybe Caribou, that's the only other one I could see. That's the only other one you could have put together sooner. But Caribou works for the government? Like, why is he... But then that goes back to, is Caribou sword, Back to one of my earlier theories. It's weird.
And it's weird. The only thing that's stumping me right now is like, who could override the Vegapunk's orders if it's not if it's not the Vegapunk who gave the order,
Stussy or Gorosei? Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, Stussy can't. Stussy
she can't.
She's lower. Yeah. So it's either another Vegapunk
or a Gorosei.
Yeah, it's something. Man.
It's wild. This is nuts. And now I think the O'Hara thing is very important because it's showing that Vegapunk is really getting into these poneglyphs and like they coming after his ass, bro. This like they about to come after Luffy ass next too because of this. Like if Luffy says Vegapunk, they coming after him. Luffy gonna have to drop him to the revolutionaries because he can't just go with them to Laugh Tale.
Yeah, this is not like a gripe because it might happen anyway. I wish there was more revolutionary influence in this arc.
They need to be here, bro.
I think they might show up at the end though.
They have to, bro, because like they have to take Vegapunk because like Luffy can't take them to Elbaf. Like I'm sorry, he has to go with them so they can work on the final battle. And when Luffy's ready, they meet up with them. Like my thing is. When Kizaru and them pull up, I think this should be Dragon pulling up or Sabo. Somebody should pull up.
I'd like it
or
to be
Kuma.
Dragon.
Like, what is Kuma doing? Like, we still got to know Kuma's plan. Also,
I think Kuma on I'm ready for mission though.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, and
we're gonna find out he a suicide bomber. That's what he about to do. I truly think Kuma about to go up inside of Marie's wine and just explode himself.
Oh yeah, I can.
And we about to find out through a sad. Kuma's gonna have the saddest backstories thus far.
I'm not ready for it.
It's gonna make me cry.
He hasn't been drawing it for the past couple chapters because he's putting it together right now.
Yeah, and look, it's gonna be some slave shit. It's gonna be some brutal celestial dragons nonsense. What else are you excited about from this chapter?
So one other thing. I thought
the Sanji eyebrow for me is the one.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that. But I thought the funniest part of this chapter was the whole time they were fighting the Seraphim, Zoro was like, they look like the dude I fought on. And it's funny because in one translation, not in the TCB one, but they say in one translation, they say, oh yeah, I didn't know what tribe he was from or something. And I was like, yo, like Zoro jokes, like I thought were just a joke, but he really might be racist.
Yeah.
Like he really might be racist.
I will say in the TCB when he says I never caught what his people were called. So
that's not good either.
Yeah.
That's not good either.
Look, I'm gonna just chalk it up to Zoro's an idiot. Like just a straight up idiot. But like a different kind of idiot than Luffy. Like Luffy would have realized this by now. I feel.
I definitely feel like that. Also, it's kind of so like I know Kaido's crew was in Wano for a very long time, but it's like what's the time frame where because like they have bounty posters like Queen Jack,
but no one ever saw King's face. You got to remember, only people who know who King is if you know the Albert backstory, and that to me, if the world government knew that Vegapunk knew where a Lunarian was, he's under fire again for another thing. Like Vegapunk got so many secrets. Like That's this nigga knew about Albert and didn't go after him.
And then the crazy part is, if the world government knew that Kaido had a Lunarian on his crew, his bounty would have been increased by like another billion, probably.
For sure. Easy.
But that's crazy. That's crazy they didn't know that. But like, isn't the main characteristic of a Lunarian the black wings and the flames? They can still see that if they don't see his face.
I guess people assumed it was a devil fruit.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I guess people assumed it was a devil fruit, or like Kaido had like another dragon Oni type, because you got to think the Oni people exist. So it's like,
oh yeah, that's true.
What's their character, you know? So it's like, or people just thought it was BDSM gear. He could just have fake cosplay wings.
Either or, hey, he was... yeah, because.
But you're right. If I'm Eam and I see that, I'm like, yo, this nigga a Lunarian. Go get this nigga.
Yeah, like, the Gorosei and Eam should know that better than anybody. Yeah, like, if it's just a regular Marine, I'm just like, okay, you don't know.
I could even say like, Inu might not know, but the Gorosei and Eam should definitely know.
Exactly.
And Sengoku too. Like what?
they should definitely all know it.
Little incompetence on the world government's fault.
I just like the gags. I like that. This is a serious arc, of course, but I like that it's been a lot more like lighthearted.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, especially since we came off of Wano, which was very heavy, and we're getting all of these heavy Yonko fights. Like, I see why he's putting the jokes inside where we're at. But still, to dome Shaka, that's pretty fucking serious. Yeah, and to have Jay Garcia and Kizaru coming, that's pretty fucking serious.
Oh, yeah.
So, also, I guess in this chapter, yeah, so let's talk Sanji, because I think that's the last real important thing. You think he getting powers from this?
Oh,
or do you think 100%. It's just...
I think we saw a crazy speed feat from Sanji too, because
the way he caught up to Nami, yeah.
Because Nami's in F3, and if I'm remembering correctly, Sanji was in F2.
Yeah,
a couple chapters ago.
F2, I believe. Yeah,
and this is almost instantaneous. Like this is maybe like 5 seconds, maybe real time.
Real fast, yeah,
like
super fast. And was all red or all black in fire, like in his Hell's Memories form, damn near. I wonder if that's gonna be like a form he can take as like a new thing, and when his eyebrow turns, he can access that form.
Maybe.
And I wonder if that's his Lunarian form. Because there's no way you have Sanji's eyebrow turn in the same chapter. You're talking about Lunarians.
Lunarians, right?
And also, the color of a
child.
Yep. And when you look at the shading of Jinbei, the shading of S-Hawk, it's the similar shading of Sanji. Yeah, no, Sanji a Lunarian. I'm standing on that because of this chapter. You don't put all of them.
It's awakening that
mm-hmm.
that part of him.
Yep, and I think when his eyebrow turns to that side, that's like how you remember how Zoro was like, oh yeah, when the fire's up, that's when their defense. I think that's when Sanji's eyebrow turns. That's when his fire activates, and he turns into his Lunarian mode.
I like that.
Again, you should have put it together sooner. And you see Judge and Caesar both attempting different forms of devil fruit. Caesar this is perfect. It starts off with Caesar and Judge. Caesar made the devil fruits that the Seraphims are using. Judge made the Lunarian clones that the Seraphim are using.
Oh my God, that's crazy!
Wow, nigga! Wow,
this is it.
This is it. You should have put it together sooner. Because why else have them both, bro? It's a version of both things that they made. Caesar with the recreation of the devil fruits, Judge with lineage factor and whatnot, and Sanji basically is Judge's Seraphim.
He's basically
Sanji's a Seraphim, essentially.
Sanji, without even knowing it, is like Judge's magnum
opus. Yeah,
magnum opus. It's crazy.
And he was supposed to be the failure because I don't think the other brothers do the Lunarian shit. I think they do other like elemental shit.
Yeah, but they're just not as strong.
Yeah, facts. I don't think they're Lunarian. Like Sanji's like the only Lunarian.
But that's because they're so emotionless that they don't really need to grow stronger. To be honest, they don't need to learn hockey or anything, you know. So it's like. But then it's like you think about like if all of Judge's kids were on Sanji's level, they'd
be nuts. Yeah. And like the fact is, Sanji's Judge's only success, really.
Yeah, when you really think about it.
Yep, no facts. To me, that's the most important thing in this chapter. Cause like I truly think that's the case. Cause like look at Sanji's shading. Why did his eyebrow turn? Why does he look like that? And he loses a little bit of motion saying he would kill Jinbei. I don't know if the Sanji we know would say that.
Hey, he holding a little bit of
a little racism himself.
A little bit of jealousy from being
because Jinbei 3. Anything else you got from this chapter? Because to me that was the most important part.
Yeah, so like two more things that I thought were really cool. So it's like the bubble gun thing. First of all, Vegapunk has a lot of weapons like this a bubble gun that has the ocean's energy. So basically like a sea prism, like a sea prism energy beam. Pretty basically much. Just in bubble form.
I wonder if they can catch you in the bubble so it turns into like a sea stone prison.
Ooh, that would be hard.
That'd be hard. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But nah, even though Jay Garcia and Kizaru are coming, Vegapunk should have weapons, man. Like, I'm sorry. That's the smartest man alive. Like, they should be able to escape.
Oh, yeah. They definitely. I like this whole interaction with the Boa Seraphim.
I need them to get unpetrified. I don't know how that's gonna happen, but it needs to happen.
Usopp hockey boosting coming, man. Believe it, man.
Do you think Luffy can like conquers that shit and get it open?
See, I don't know. We were talking about that. We were talking about that earlier because it's like, because it's like if hockey is based off willpower and willpower is a strong emotion, and then this devil fruit is based off of a strong emotion you feel to the user, it's kind of like
anti-hockey.
Yeah, like it's like the fruit is a counter to hockey, but then hockey is a counter to the fruit. So it's like it's a weird thing.
I'm just interested to see how they gonna get unpetrified. Like, is she gonna undo it? Is Vegapunk gonna have to tell her to undo it? Like, how is that gonna work? Or did we lose Usopp here?
Bro, if we lose Usopp here, I'm gonna be
that'd be the worst death ever. Like, bro, you telling me you could have killed multiple people, but you gonna kill the nigga?
I'm gonna get the NAACP on.
Oh yeah. Also, anything else you got?
It's also like this is just a tidbit, not like necessarily from the chapter, but in the notes, where Oda gives his little notes. He says, "I met up with all the musicians that worked on the movie again. Man, they really are the best." I really think
the Uda musicians.
I guess so.
Oh, they need to stay far away. Keep them niggas far away.
Why you say that? They just did the music, man. They didn't write the story.
That shit was horrible. Nah, the music was lit. But keep that shit away from us, from Oda, man. We don't need another One Piece film red editors fucking up the manga.
Nah, but see, that's interesting. That's interesting to me because, like, I mean, I know it's just a note, but the more and more I see Oda comment on things like music, I'm like, Laugh Tale literally might be music based.
Might be.
There literally might be like a way that.
What if that's Apu's real home?
Wait,
like,
what?
What if that's Apu's people's home? Like the music niggas. Like, what if like music niggas come from Laugh Tale? Like Apu is a child of Laugh Tale. He just don't know it.
That'd be funny.
Like look, because Bing Saki told us what Gear 5 was. So music will matter. It's just, damn, you're right. You might be right. Like Laugh Tale might be the music place, or the Ancient Kingdom might be the music place.
That'd be cool. Because
like the Ancient Kingdom might be straight up Italy during the Renaissance, where like all kind of crazy shit was happening.
Yeah. And also like I always think about this every time when we go back to like what the One Piece could possibly be. And I'm like, it has to deal with something with like music, because not only do we get Bink Sake, but it's like literally in the beginning of the story, like right when they sail off, it's Nami, Zoro, and Luffy. And Nami's like, you need a proper ship. You need this. You need this. And he's like, yeah, I think I need a cook and a musician.
Yeah.
And it's like,
a musician,
at the beginning,
nigga?
at the beginning of the story, we're all just like a musician for what? Like, what do you need that for? Then we meet Brook.
Yeah.
We get Bink
Sake. Facts.
Which could actually just basically tell like a short story of what happened.
I mean, Bink Sake is basically the One Piece story. Like, it's basically Luffy's adventure, real shit.
Right. So I feel like there might be like, you ever seen Adventure Time?
Yeah.
Like, you know that episode where that dude steals all their stuff, and so it's Princess Bubblegum, Jake, Marceline, and then Finn, and they have to like make a song, right?
To save everything. Yeah.
So I think there might be like maybe something having to do with sound to like
and
really
Brook gotta
like utilize like the One Piece.
And I mean, hey, shit, the voice of all things is a thing for a reason. So like, what is that? Like, you know, how does that play in everything? Oh, I mean, Roger could hear the poneglyphs talking to him. Like, so you might be on to something. You might be on us. Look at us look, that's a fire theory, the Dofi theory, and Sanji Lunarian theory today. I think we hit it out the park. But that's true. That's all I got on the chapter. It was a short chapter.
Yeah, it was a short chapter. I was surprised because I actually stayed away from spoilers this week. I was surprised we just didn't go straight into Kid versus Shanks.
Yeah, I think niggas was pissed about that. Like, really.
I mean, like, me personally, I wasn't, because like today is Shanks' birthday.
So I feel like the next chapter, I feel like the chapter coming up is gonna be Shanks' thing, because then we're going on break after that.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, you don't want the chapter to like, or at least hardcore kid fans. You don't want the chapter on Shanks' birthday. Mm-hmm. He definitely not losing. He not taking a lick of damage.
We got Garp going to Blackbeard. We got Law Blackbeard. We got Shanks, fucking Kid. I really don't care about this shit right now until Jay Garcia and Kizaru get here. Like, right. Oda got to speed this up a little bit. This is dragging a little bit.
I need to know what's their ETA, because 4 chapters ago they were
on their way.
Shown to be on their way.
They should be here by now.
Right. That's what I'm thinking too. But then also like with the kid, Law, Blackbeard, Shanks, Garp stuff, it's just there's so much stuff that's going on.
And it's don't forget about Sabo, and then Vivi being with Morgans, and we had the Lucilian Kingdom or whatever that shit was called with the bombs.
Oh yeah, basically getting destroyed.
Yeah, so we got a lot that care about more than this.
And then it's like, what is the Cross Guild doing right now?
Yeah, I think facts.
Like, if anything that I'm super interested in this, like you know, this half of the story, I'm interested to see what the Cross Guild does, because they have a motivation, but like I need to know what that is.
Their whole motivation really might just be they're Luffy's allies for the final war. Real nigga shit. like Buggy's job is to gather forces to fight for the final war. I can see when Luffy decides to take on Eam, he contracts Buggy to be like the Cross Guild fights with him. I could really see that being the whole purpose.
That'd be crazy.
Also, but the way you feel about the Cross Guild, I need the Revs to start moving. It's time, bro. It is time for the Revs to start moving.
I say that, and it's like we've known about the Revolutionary Army for so long, and it's like we did get bits and pieces in the Reverie, but
not enough.
With us being in Wano for like 4 years, it's like
we need Dragon, bro. It's
like,
time.
You have the Marines, you have the Marines, you have the Pirates. We need
We're
some
getting
revolutionary
CP0.
focus,
Yeah.
like chapters. Like,
no, I'm with you. I'm with you 100%. Like, we got Lucci and Kaku back in the story before we got some Dragon shit. That's crazy. I'd have never guessed that in a million years.
Dragon has to be ridiculous because the last time like we saw him like do something was like chapter 100.
Oh, you talking about when he saved Luffy?
Yeah. I mean, like, do something like action-wise, not like strategically, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he has to be crazy powerful because he's
the wind user, man. He's got to be the wind user. I stand on the storm user.
Luffy dad, everybody was terrified because they were like, oh my God, that's Dragon's son. What?
Akainu took that shit serious. Like, that's his old rival or some shit.
Yeah, it gotta be. There's also there was an interesting theory I saw that so you know how we were saying Aokiji wasn't Sword?
Mm-hmm.
I saw an interesting theory that Aokiji might actually be like a revolutionary spy. Because that would explain like why the revolutionaries just missed Blackbeard when
what if
Baltigo?
What if Dragon started Sword and like Sword is just a part of the Revolutionary Army? Like, what if Dragon was a Marine and he started Sword?
That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah, and like Sword's just a fact. Like, Aokiji is a revolutionary spy that just runs Sword for Dragon.
I mean,
we on one today.
because I mean, it makes sense because it's like after Ohara,
he was pissed and like he looked like he was a Marine post Ohara talking to Vegapunk. Like, why was he just? How could a pirate or a random nigga just show up at Ohara like how he did? Ain't no way.
Right, because you think they would have barred that off from the world, even if they did destroy it. Like, but that's
normal nigga getting there.
Right, but I mean, they let the Giants go there and take all them books.
But that's the Giants, though. That's different. They ain't trying to fight them niggas. And you want to know something crazy? I think when we go to Elbaf, you know how Wano had a special way for armament hockey?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the Elbaf Giants are gonna have a special combat for Conquerors hockey. And that's why Shanks is so strong, because he knows that form or whatever.
Jeez. You know what? If Elbaf was really like because I
Conquerors hockey hub,
like man. I see it as like maybe it's Conquerors hockey, but like as a projection. So that's probably why we saw Shanks use the Wi-Fi hockey.
With that fucking in the video game, I always look at Pirate Hunters as a way, it always forecast moves and shit. How Shanks shoots like red hockey is like out is like lightning. Like, I feel like that's the Conquerors hockey that the Giants uses.
Also that gives Big Mom more gas because
that means she's whack.
She ravaged.
It gives her gas, but it makes her whack because it's like, you a giant, you beat these niggas and you don't know they strong as shit and you can't use that. Weak. But then it's strong at the same time, like you're saying, because she beat
because that ocean sovereignty might be like a projection, like the one that Dory and Bragi do to the goldfish.
True. That might be hot. That might have been hockey. We just never knew it.
That's crazy, man. I'm excited. Man, this is just so much good stuff. Like,
it's just time to get out of Egghead, bro.
But like, I don't even mind chapters like these because I know like we're gonna get hype stuff. But like, we need to
get there.
You know what I'm saying? But
but that's everything, man. Tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
You can follow me on Twitter at Real Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on Instagram, Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on TikTok, Cornell D. God.
Yes, sir. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my man Jazz. Check out our Kaiju number 8 video and be on the lookout for more One Piece content. Subscribe to YouTube and follow us on Twitter at Bros Who Think. Until then, y'all have a good one and